And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Embiid finds Simmons. Richardson gets a wide open look. That three off the mark. Here's Tatum. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Refusing to let the defender alter his shot. Tatum's focus and drive, it's what helps him finish hard shots. For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that one's a stunner.
Pass to Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. Harris with it. Now defended by Hayward. Deflects the pass. Out to Harris. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Shots good by Walker.
But Walker has speed to burn, a nightmare keeping him out of the paint.
And with the Celtics entering that win-now mode last season, the acquisition of Walker just made too much sense.
Yeah, he's a proven winner. Dating back to college, Walker's made a ton of clutch shots in his career. GA, as long as he's in Boston, he'll have plenty of opportunities to continue.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a move Hayward perfected last season, coming to a full stop in the lane and hitting that little short jumper.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, he'd stop and defenders would just keep going. Every player uses different tactics to create separation. For Hayward, that became his go-to move off the box.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, once again, Harris showing off his incredible physique. Just really blowing past defenders in the open floor.
There's Walker with the three. No good there. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Here's Embiid. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Brown drives in. Pass to Tice. The kick out to Walker. Tries again. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. They now take the lead. Embiid's got his second basket of the game.
And what a baller this guy is. The big fella, Embiid. I mean, he welcomes getting physical and overwhelms the defense with his size and muscle.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
The defense was way too soft. Somebody get out there and get tough.
Embiid. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Superb focus from the big man. Embiid, I mean, you really have to whack him to prevent the bucket.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Richardson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons. Embiid with it. Cantor covering. Burks kicks to Korkmaz. The pass to Burks. Here's Scott. The offensive rebound. And Embiid is right there.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
Williams finds Smart. Now here's Brown. Cantor trying to free himself up. And it's Brown missing. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 13-3 run. No one near them. Off the left rim and out. Celtics trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Robinson's checked in for Philadelphia. Boston also with the sub. Williams is checked in and stolen by Williams. Inside, here's Wanamaker. The kick out to Williams. Smart passes to Wanamaker. At the elbow, Williams. On the wing, Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's Embiid. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Embiid's got 11 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside Robinson. There's the 3. That shot off. 17-foot shot on the way. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead. They lead by a bucket. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example for those who...
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah, love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Robinson. Alec Burks is out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Embiid, and it's Scott in at the power forward position. Shot from the wing. Scott pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Robinson dishes to Scott. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Back to Burks. Outside, Scott. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. A shot by Milton, no good. Celtics trail by 6. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Brown finds Williams. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. And the 76ers with some changes. Horford comes in for Embiid, and Simmons subbed in for Alec Burks. Boston also with the sub. Tatum, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Robinson wide open, he shoots. The 76ers with another miss. Tatum down low. Defended by Milton. Over in the corner, Williams. Tatum, that's for 2. Boston again missing. The 76ers leading by 6.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
To the paint, here's Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
A huge frame and outstanding wingspan. There's no surprise to see Horford throw it down.
Tatum on the wing. Over Robinson. Tatum's shot is off. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons. His age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
And Philadelphia with another turnover here. Some changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Mike Scott. Korkmaz comes in for Robinson. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Shake Milton. And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantry checked in for Williams. Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Feeds to Horford. And it's blocked.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
Tice kicks to Walker. They could use a bucket. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the 76ers making a change here. Eibel's checked in. They get it again. Second chance shot. Tatum passes to Walker. Takes a three. That's another miss. Number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting. Here's Eibel. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Philadelphia.
Pass to Korkmaz. And here's Richardson outside. That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game. Hayward on the wing. 17-foot shot on the way. The 76ers leading by 10. Eibel finds Horford. And here is Harris, guarded by Tatum. Richardson, good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with the basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Richardson's got 5 points so far.
I love the assertiveness. I mean, when Richardson catches and fires like this, you know he's
That one goes. Count it.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The 76ers have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And stolen by Tatum. Here's Walker. And that one drops for him. He's got 10.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
Richardson for 3. And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. It's time now to go court.
Hey, Kevin, thanks.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. He's been a different player than he was their last outing when he was off his game. He's rounded back into form tonight. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Sixers? And that'll do it for our...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, down low.
And when talking about Tatum, it's hard not to think back to 2017 when Danny Ainge traded back to 3, essentially choosing him over Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, and now Fultz is starting to pick it up a little bit, though. Watch him. He's going to be dynamic. But you're right. Certain deals can define a franchise. And Ainge, he's unafraid to take chances.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Out to the wing. Horford kicks to Simmons. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Left side, Horford. And taken away by Brown. Tatum looking around. The kick out to Walker. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Robert Williams is checked in for Tatum. Marcus Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Horford attacking, and the dunk by Horford.
Make way. The big fella rumbling to the rim and powering it down.
Wanamaker the pass to Smart. Lets it go from 14. Rebound by the 76ers. Horford's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Williams. Boston again missing.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Out to Harris. Horford dishes to Harris. Back to Horford. Pass to Harris. Now Simmons. Now Richardson. He's covered by Brown. Shot clock at 5. Embiid finds Horford over Williams. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Burks comes in for Josh Richardson. Cantor, he's checked in for Boston. And Wanamaker gets it to go. Wanamaker's got 7 points. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
And Simmons kicks to Milton. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 1:39 left to play in the third. Pass to Smart. From about 19 feet. And he overshot that one, missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
To the inside. Embiid, the pass to Burks. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. Sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Williams looking over the floor. The pass to Wanamaker. Over in the corner, Brown. From downtown. Can't hit that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Embiid. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. 40 seconds left to play here in the third. Got a piece of it. Here's Wanamaker. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And the 76ers with possession. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Here's Milton. Offensive rebound. Out to Harris. Shoots over Cantor. Misses off the right iron.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try to lean.
That's the art of rebounding in a nutshell. Box out, hold your ground, and all in the miss.
A shot by Milton, no good. That shot missing. And so it's Philadelphia with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA is headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Korkmaz, and it's Robinson in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Back to Embiid, outside Robinson. Lock at 6. Korkmaz kicks to Thybulle. Over cancel. Thybulle can't get it to go. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 19-point game. Passes it to Tatum. On the wing, Brown. Three-pointer. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Embiid dishes to Horford. Back to Korkmaz. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Shoots over Brown, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Celtics trail by 19. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Embiid with the steal. Ring shot on the way. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Richardson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And a change for the Celtics. Tice is checked in. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul. Here's Brown. From deep.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but you can't get anything to fall.
Fires top of the key. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Goes up on the wing. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And stolen by Tatum. Outside, Walker. Looking to get it going. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Horford good.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
Brown against Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 21. Horford finds Thybulle. Embiid with it. Got a piece of it. Hayward left side. Pass to Brown to the right side. That's a two-pointer from Walker. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces in his pass.
Pass to Thybulle. Back to Embiid. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaways.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. From the high post. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Green. Kept alive by Boston. Williams passes to Green. Here's Langford. But they recover it. There's the pass to Wanamaker. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the 76ers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
Well, the best work he did came on the boards. Nobody could match his intensity. His rebounding played a big role in this win.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From the arc. Green dishes to Williams. Right wing passes to Ojale. Pass to Green. From deep three-point range. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Neto finds Milton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness, but just a total team effort. I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
Here's Neto. Over Williams. No good. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme.
single unit. What a gorgeous nighttime.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, D.A. Thanks. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the point guard position. And it's Walker penetrating, and Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Tice finds Brown. Back to Tice, and Tice throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Young's shot is off.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Hawks passing it around. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you played.
Almost every time I took the floor. You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here's Young. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Tatum's shot is off.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Back to Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
Brown kicks to Walker. Tatum, that's for 2. And another basket for Boston.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Young against Walker. Young right side. And Capella the bucket on the assist from Young.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Tice passes to Brown. Capella against Tice. Hunter grabs the miss. The Hawks leading. Young outside. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Walker. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Tatum, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. He was all alone on that one.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
And here's Young from the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum passes to Tice. Hayward outside. Out to the right wing. Pass to Brown. In the corner. Tatum with it. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Walker. Fades and shoots. Hunter grabs the miss.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
Cantor kicks to Brown. Outside, Smart. Here's Williams, and the layup is good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside Teague. Here's Jones. Inside Leaner. Pass to Bembry. Teague with the ball. Launches it. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, if you let a player like Jeff Teague get set from behind the arc, he's going to make you pay.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Brown outside. Back to Wanamaker. There's the lob to Brown. He can't hit that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Hawks lead by 4. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Dwayne Dedman. Then it's Jones. And it's Reddish in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Brown finds Williams. Outside, Smart. Celtics passing it around. Wanamaker misses. The Hawks leading by 4. Reddish the pass to Teague. Here's Bembry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Jones trying to get open. Good work defensively by Smart. The Celtics shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Williams passes to Wanamaker. Back to Brown. Now the pass to Smart. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out. And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
Bembry. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Wanamaker. That one goes in. Wanamaker's got his first bucket in this one.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Pass to Williams. Ball stolen. Unhindered, going all the way. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And Reddish daring the defenders that time as he got really aggressive.
And Cam Reddish, the 10th pick back in 2019 out of Duke, had a tough transition as a rookie into the NBA. Struggled just to find his rhythm.
I think there were a lot of questions because at Duke, he was surrounded by stars. R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, and he was sort of that third guy. He has all the physical tools, and he made some big-time strides in the latter half of last season, so he's coming.
The Hawks again can't hit. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Smart. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Smart's got 4 points now in the quarter.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Now, here is Young. 6 points for him. A 3-ball. Fernando, the pass to Capella. Young looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. Young's got 8 points.
Trae Young not backing down from the physical defense on that play.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. They trail by 1. Pass to Hayward. Floats it up for Walker. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. He's going up for the alley-oop here. 26 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Cantor. Out to Hayward, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. John Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reddish. The Celtics also changing it up. Daniel Tice comes in for Tatum. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. Here's Young. Atlanta again missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
But they get it back. Brown outside. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks ahead. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They were outscored by just and that'll
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Celtics, Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. Tries from 16. That one wide left. The Hawks leading. Young outside. Hits the 3-point bomb. Young's got 11 points.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
Hayward outside. It's good. The Hawks shooting well, 50% from the floor. Young way outside, and Boston with the rebound. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Hayward with the stuff.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Young drives in, and the call on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kicks it to Brown. Passes it to Hayward. Back to Brown. Hunter grabs the miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Young, good.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
Wanamaker the pass to Brown. And they double up Brown. Three-pointer, Hayward. Kept alive by Boston. Nice ball movement by Boston. Wanamaker misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Young with the ball. He's got 16. Tries it from 9. Drained for 2 points. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for Atlanta.
That's Trae Young's role out there to score and score often.
Here's Wanamaker, defended by Young. And there's the pass to Brown. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Atlanta leading by 7. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Now Young. He's got 18. Tries from 16. The shot, no good. And it's Boston the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Hayward looking over the floor. Young with the steal. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Collins finds Young. Launches a three. Again, Young missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Jones over to help. Here's Brown. Collins grabs the miss.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Celtics trail by 10. Brown outside. Hayward on the wing. Back to Brown. Here's Wanamaker. Shot clock at 6. Tice with the ball. Jones covering. There's Brown with the three. The shot, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to Young. There's the triple. With the putback. It's good on the putback. Herter's got 5 points so far.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
For Boston, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Jones. Clint Capella comes in for Collins. And it's Teague for Young. And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Kemba Walker in for Jaylen Brown. Outside, Walker. And yes, it's good.
And the pick and roll so effective when the ball's in Walker's hands. You can count on him to make the right read almost every time.
And here is Teague. Fires the three. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Bembry. Clint Capella is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Teague, and it's Graham in at the 3 slot. So that's the Hawks 5. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston.
Substitution for the Celtics.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Hawks.
Screen.
Now here's Teague. Pass to Graham. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. They get a hand on it. Dedmon kicks to Teague. Dedmon dishes to Capella. Graham against Brown. Back to Teague. Launches it. Atlanta again missing.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
That cuts the lead to single digits.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Teague for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
A reliable finisher who can score in a multitude of ways. Cantor is a tough cover down low.
To the wing right side. Bembry kicks to Teague. Dishes it to Dedmon. Back to Teague. Shoots over Walker. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Young's checked in for Bembry. Atlanta with the ball. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from 3-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Passes it to Smart. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Clint Capella.
As tough as they get, Smart's a bulldog out there. Does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Jason Tatum in for Williams. Capella, the pass to Young. Rebound, Boston. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And some of what Smart gives his team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And so Smart nails both of them.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Young outside. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Dedmon finds Young. Drills it from outside. Young's got 24.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Puts it up from 15. Boston again missing. The Atlanta leading by 8. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Lets it go from deep. Atlanta now working with a new shot clock. From past the arc. Nailed from 3-point land. Young's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
From deep. The rebound by the Celtics. Tice has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Tatum. Looks for Walker. Gets it to him. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. And the Celtics also making a change. Brown's checked in. Hayward on the wing. Back to Walker. 5 to shoot. Hayward kicks to Tatum. Brown outside. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Young outside. No good on the triple. They can shave the deficit to single digits right here. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
The putback out of bounds. Boston takes possession.
Celtics attack. Substitution on the floor.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for great.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
North of the border. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Toronto, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Now here's VanVleet. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Brown against VanVleet. Fires from deep. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. That's good from Lowry on the assist from Ibaka.
Unafraid to challenge you inside, Lowry's a scoring threat on all 3 levels.
Tatum against Siakam. Tatum's shot is off.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Anunoby has the open look. Siakam on the foul.
I would not want to have to box him out. Siakam has that wiry length. He's mobile. It's just a nightmare.
That one drops for him.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Siakam. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Back to Siakam. And stolen by Tatum. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Hayward is so elusive on his drives to the bucket. Even when the D thinks they have him figured out, he finds ways to draw fouls.
Hayward hits them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
To the wing on the left. Anunoby finds Lowry. Down low. VanVleet outside. Shot clock at 5. And a miss there on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Tice, no good. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And again, Toronto no luck. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Brown throws it down hard.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Passes it to Siakam. Back to Lowry. To the middle. It's tipped. Takes it out to Siakam. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Strong finish. Siakam with great balance, able to complete the play through contact.
Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
Now VanVleet after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. VanVleet against Brown. The 3. VanVleet can't get it to go.
And they bumped this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Lets the 3 fly. Brown, good. Brown's got 5.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
Ibaka, the pass to Anunoby. Raptors moving the ball around. To the paint. Here's Siakam.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
Celtics leading by 3. Brown feeling out a bit. And he converts the layup. 7 points in the game.
This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
Three-pointer, Lowry. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. Marc Gasol is checked in for Toronto. Terrence Davis comes in for Fred VanVleet. Then for the Celtics, Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Marcus Smart comes in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Tatum. From deep three-point range, here's Cantor. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
And so it's Boston, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1 spot. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Outside Williams. Kanter finds Williams. Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Powell. Here we go, one-on-one. Back to Hollis Jefferson. And there it is for him. Hollis Jefferson's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Raptors.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Beyond the arc. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside, Smart. Down low, just 4 to shoot. They grab their own miss. Another shot. It's deflected.
They've got the lead, but they need to do a better job of finding good shots, getting away from the formula that gave them so much success in that first quarter.
Now here is Davis after Enes Kanter's miss. Gasol passes to Hollis Jefferson. Now Boucher. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Here's Wanamaker. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Brown. Banked in off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 7.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind and the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I picked bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
And Boston has possession. Raptors knocking down the tray. Lays it up and banks it in. Walker's got his first points in this one.
You see the speed on display. Walker using it well whenever he gets into traffic.
Powell, the pass to Ibaka. Powell kicks to Hollis Jefferson. 6 to shoot. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Williams can't get it to go. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Toronto. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Snatched up. Boucher. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Stolen by Smart. Here's Walker. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Improving size does not matter. Walker comfortable slamming it up inside.
Walker against Davis. Inside. Boucher passes to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The shot will not fall. Now Boston takes it the other way. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. The shot, no good. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Celtics leading by 4. And Brown throws it down.
And there's no excuse for allowing Brown to get that deep. He's just brilliant at jamming it down the defense's throat.
To the inside. Takes a 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. That'll do it for the first half. Celtics lead by 6.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, things were going Boston's way from the beginning. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and that.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Tice trying to break free. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
VanVleet finds Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All VanVleet does is make winning plays.
And Hayward with the stuff.
That's why Hayward is considered a complete basketball player. He certainly can get up for these alley-oops.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. VanVleet outside. Pass to Lowry. Right wing. Here's Anunoby, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
A good find by Kyle Lowry. Doesn't always get enough credit for his vision. OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was a 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
VanVleet wide open. Off target from three-point range.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
and his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Kemba Walker comes up with the loose ball. Celtics leading by 6. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Walker the pass to Tatum. Over Ibaka. That one off the back iron and out.
And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hands, he's very smart, making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. The pass to Walker. Celtics passing it around. Here's Tice. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tice has got the lead up to 8 now for Boston.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Van Vliet attacking. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Marc Gasol's checked in for the Raptors. Enes Kanter's checked in for Boston. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Walker. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Brown outside. .157 left in the third. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Boston again missing.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Takes it out to Siakam. Van Vliet outside. To end the drought. Connects from three-point range. Van Vliet's got his first 3 points of the game.
Fred's a bit of a streak shooter from out there, but when he's feeling it, he's deadly.
Hayward outside. Brown outside. To the paint. Gasol with the steal. Now the Raptors moving it up for the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Excellent hands. Marc Gasol picks up more steals than you realize.
Here's Wanamaker. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kanter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Van Vliet passes to Gasol. Back to Van Vliet. There's the dish to Lowry. Fires for 3. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Pass to Wanamaker. Brown outside. He can't get that one, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Hayward grabs the board. Boston leading by 5.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Anunoby against Hayward. Van Vliet passes to Gasol. Lets it go with the 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Boston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Celtics, they've got Smart. Tatum out there with Williams. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. Now here's Tatum. And stolen by Siakam. Now Powell. To the middle. Gasol inside. He's against Williams. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Marc Gasol.
Terrific play call, and that's where you want to see Marc Gasol. He can use his combination of skill and size.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Raptors shooting not great, 40% for the game. And here's Davis for three. And stolen by Tatum. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Inside. Cantor kicks to Tatum. 5 on the clock. And again, it's Boston converting.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
Passes it to Powell. Down low. Stolen by Cantor. Smart against Powell. Smart dishes to Williams. Cantor, the pass to Wanamaker. Here's Tatum. He kicks to Smart. The Celtics working the ball around now. Cantor finds Tatum. Outside, Smart. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's an 11-point Boston lead.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Here's Cantor. Right side, Williams. Misses from short range. A lot of time left for the Raptors in this one. Siakam outside. And stolen by Williams. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. And the first one drops.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Improving as a passer, Siakam showing a willingness to get it to open teammates.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Just 5 on the clock. Smart kicks to Tatum. From deep. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's his first foul. Boston making some changes. Brown is checked in for Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Williams. Outside Lowry. Van Vliet outside. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Now here's Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's up a 3. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Van Vliet.
Fearless at the finish. Fred is just unfazed by the game's biggest moments.
And Tice gets it to go.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Tice.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
Kevin, turn out the lights. This party's over.
It might be. They get the rebound, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Boston.
I mean, amazing. Mark was drafted 48th overall, even after his brother Powell was drafted 3rd overall. Might have put a chip on Mark's shoulder.
Pass to Tice. And Tice throws it down.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
McCaw, the pass to Thomas. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed?
An aerial view of downtown Boston. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the 1. Now here's Brown. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Embiid.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
Boston shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And Brown drops them both. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Outside, Simmons. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Simmons putting his outstanding athleticism to use on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who knows exactly how to carve up the defense. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Now Simmons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time and the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch. I like his even-keeled demeanor, guys. You look at Ben Simmons, never too high or too low. He's got a quiet confidence about him that bodes well for his future.
It's tipped and stolen by Tatum. Brown dishes to Walker. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Brown. Hayward on the wing. Back to Brown. Lock at 6. Over Horford. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Hayward.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
So it's Boston now. 76ers getting the bucket.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Richardson the pass to Harris. Left side, Horford. Stolen by Walker. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Over Simmons. Tatum no good. Tatum's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
You really have to account for Richardson around the basket. I mean, he does a good job using his length to create and finish his shots.
Outside Tatum. To the left wing, and Walker kicks to Hayward. Pass to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. He can't get that one to fall. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Embiid dishes to Harris. Passes it to Horford. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. And Simmons slams it in.
You know, Horford is really good and selective at when he needs to be aggressive and when he needs to move the ball.
Tice, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Tatum, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's blocked. Williams looking over the floor. Inside. And there's Enes Kanter on the assist by Williams.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Kanter's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
Chalk up 2 there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Williams kicks to Smart. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now the pass to Thibault. 76ers moving the ball around. And that one is hammered home.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Tatum against Scott. Just 5 to shoot. There's Embiid. Sinks that one from the post.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basket. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the 76ers.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Smart. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. Smart on the wing. Defended by Milton. Nice shot by Smart.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
And Philadelphia has possession. The kick out to Scott from deep. And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics, trailing by 10. Cantor with it. Robinson picks him up, and Cantor throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. Out to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's a hand on it, and Williams is right there.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. Hayward comes in for Jason Tatum. Brown is checked in for Smart. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Al Horford's checked in for Embiid. Tobias Harris comes in for Mike Scott. Josh Richardson's checked in for Robinson. And Simmons subbed in for Burks.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Back to Simmons. Stolen by Walker. And now here comes Williams leading the break. It's hauled in by the 76ers. In the corner, it's Richardson. Harris against Williams. Harris's shot is good. Harris has got his first bucket in this one.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Second shot opportunity. Out to Harris. Back to Simmons. Now here's Milton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. They get it back. Harris finds Simmons. Goes up again. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, got to stay down on the pump fake. You've heard me say it multiple times, guys. When Simmons gets you in the air, the rest of it is easy for him.
The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And the 76ers also making a change. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And here's Brown outside. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Simmons passes to Horford. Basket good. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. The 76ers leading by 8 to the right side. Harris looking it over. Celtics have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Shots good by Walker.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
And Simmons slams it in.
Well, you can't give up this kind of positioning, not to a guy like Simmons. I mean, all you're asking for is to get burned if you do.
Hayward outside. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. Nice ball movement by Boston. On the wing, Brown. The tray. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
15 seconds left to play here in the half. Works with it to the paint. Here's Embiid, and he banks in the layup. Embiid's got 10 points.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much.
And so it's Philadelphia heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points and 1. Thanks for joining us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
And the floor awareness of Walker impressive there as he got the ball to the open man.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. The Celtics need to get a shot off. For 3, Hayward. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Robert Williams is checked in for Daniel Tice. And the 76ers also making a change. Scott's checked in and stolen by Richardson. And Embiid with a clear path to the hoop. Feeds it to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 9.
Harris has really become much more adept at finishing hard shots. Great focus there.
From the wing. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Sinks the 15-footer. Tatum's got 6 points.
Good to see Tatum square himself up and knock down those pull-up jumpers. When he does that, unguardable.
Simmons with it. Williams picks him up. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Brown. And that one hits back iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Richardson the pass to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
The kick out to Scott. Back to Embiid. An easy 2 points on the layup. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And here's Tatum for three. A three-pointer is right on target.
Tatum continues to expand his range, and with his size and length, he can shoot over most defenders.
Simmons with it. Now defended by Hayward. Embiid. It's good on the putback.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Embiid kicks to Scott. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Embiid. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Boston with it. Celtics trail by 12. Left side, Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. The three from Tatum. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Scott dishes to Simmons. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got the lead up to 14 now for Philadelphia. Can't connect. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. 76ers on top. They finish off the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. And it's Cantor is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5. Burks kicks to Thibault. There's three-pointers off the mark.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
At the top of the key, Williams. Here's Cantor. Good work defensively by Horford.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Brown jams it in.
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Thibault kicks to Robinson. Back to Thibault. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 14.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Burks with the steal. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. And it's in there. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Burks finds Embiid. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Embiid's got 10 points here in the second half. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pass to Canner. Over to the left wing. Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Over Thibault. Williams can't hit. The 76ers leading by 16 to the inside. And the dunk by Embiid.
And Embiid has a really high basketball IQ, superb at recognizing when to leap for the alley-oop jam.
That's tipped. Outside Robinson. The 3-ball. And Cantor pulls it down.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Williams kicks to Cantor. Pass to Wanamaker. Smart on the wing. Outside Williams. Pass to Brown. Here's Cantor. Goes back up. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
There's the pass to Embiid. Thibault kicks to Robinson. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Rebounded by Smart. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. It's a 16-point game.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Philadelphia.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Joel Embiid.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Robinson finds Burks. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The dish now to Horford, and finished off by Horford.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Williams passes to Wanamaker. Makes it off the glass. And Philadelphia has possession. Burks for 3. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Hawks with a confident look as they go into the... A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the 1. And for Boston, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Walker. The pass to Tatum. Hayward outside. 6 to shoot. He can't get it to go. So the Hawks will take it the other way.
And always a solid rebounder. Hayward took it to a whole new level last year.
He certainly did, Greg. This guy was up at 6.5 rebounds per game, easily a career high, and consider he did it at both ends. And to me, that's the versatility that this guy brings that helps you succeed. He doesn't have to be your leading scorer to impact winning.
It's hauled in by Clint Capella. To the middle, it's stolen by Brown. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Releases from 15. Great positioning on the putback.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Young outside, over to the wing. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Celtics. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Tatum dishes to Walker. Count that one.
Yeah, what a great decision by Jason Tatum. That passing ability is important to complement his scoring ability.
Offensive rebound. Capella, the pass to Herter. Clock at 6. Scooped up. Here's Capella. Pass to Hunter. And here's Young, guarded by Walker. They shoot again. Young passes to Capella. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And this is where Capella's offseason work continues to pay off. The short to medium range jumper becoming much more reliable.
It's stolen by Capella. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Herter. No good on the 3. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field. Tice with the ball. And guarded by Capella. Pass to Hayward. The Celtics working the ball around now. Outside Tatum. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Well, Jeff Teague knows how to get by and find teammates. That's pretty right there.
That's tipped. And now here comes Teague leading the break. From deep three-point range. And Cantor pulls it down. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. Here's Wanamaker. Cantor trying to free himself up. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
A shot by Reddish, no good.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Now Cantor, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Teague the pass to Dedmon, and Dedmon throws it down.
Well, what patient passing from Jeff Teague. He reads the angle perfectly off the screen and puts it in exactly the right space.
Passes to Wanamaker. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Jones is running. Reddish kicks to Jones. Reddish with the ball. Brown's there. Shot's good by Dedmon. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Tatum on the wing. Back to Wanamaker. The kick out to Tatum. Over Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bembry. Here's Dedmon. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Atlanta. Bembry out there with Teague. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fernando in at the 4.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him. His pre-shot preparation outstanding.
It's good on the putback.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battled.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Fernando. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Kept alive. The kick out to Williams. And there's the pass to Wanamaker. Outside, Smart. Second chance shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you call that a perfect pump fake, right? Smart selling the shot, accepting the hit in the process.
Some changes for Boston. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. Gordon Hayward comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Atlanta also making some changes here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Young is subbed in for Bembry. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball.
Well, that's about anticipation. Marcus Smart jumps out, gets into the speed and transition game, and leaves no doubt.
Stolen by Walker. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
The Hawks trail by 5. Teague the pass to Young. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Good work there as it goes. Young's got his first basket.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
Walker with it, and Young picks him up defensively.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
From outside the arc. No good that time. And it's Boston the other way. Here we go, one-on-one. From deep, Walker. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Atlanta's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Young up top, guarded by Smart. Young with no one around. They get it back. Capella kicks to Teague. Hayward against Young. Shot clock at 6. Back to Teague. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Capella.
just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Williams. Celtics passing it around. Here's Tice. Boston again missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
A while back and forth start, that's for sure.
Hayward passes to Tice. 2 points. That one goes. Tice has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, that's the IQ of Gordon Hayward on display. He understands what the defense is trying to take away and finds the open man.
Here's Young. Dedmon kicks to Young. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And it's Capella missing. The Celtics with the lead, and they're moving it up. Pushing it up. Here's Walker. The feed to Williams. Pass to Hayward. Outside, Walker. Back to Hayward. Pass to Williams. Hayward outside. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Tice trying to break free. Walker's shot is off. Atlanta's shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Smart passes to Tice. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Here's Tatum. Boston again missing. It's deflected, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Here's Collins, and it is good at the buzzer. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And the first few years of Trae Young's career have been fantastic. Bucks fans love the game. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Clint Capella really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Here is Hayward following the basket by Trae Young. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defense, I mean, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount. And they continue to control the glass.
Lobbed up there for Collins. Hunter, the pass to Fernando. Young against Walker. Shoots the three. Another three for Atlanta.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Hayward gets it to go.
Well, Gordon Hayward answering back with a big-time 3 of his own.
The Hawks leading by 8. Young outside. Pass to Fernando. From the arc. Again, Young missing.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Again, the miss by Hayward.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Hunter, the pass to Collins. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Back to Brown. The pass to Tatum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
What's incredible to me is the first time Jason Tatum stepped between the lines as an NBA player, he had a willingness to take on the responsibility of being a go-to scorer, even in the tough moments.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Then for the Hawks, Jones comes in for Bruno Fernando. And it's Bembry in for Trae Young. Here's Bembry. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kanter dishes to Smart. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Celtics trail by 10. Smart kicks to Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
Just such a physical player. Williams has no off switch, which is how he gets these calls. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
We've got 1:28 left here in the third quarter. Herter, no good.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Capella, the pass to Jones, and he lays it straight in. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Atlanta leading by 6. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. Hunter with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Capella. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots. And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Don't you love how Brown just barrels into the teeth of the defense? This is a shifty forward who knows how to get to the rack.
Here's Hurd. He's covered by Brown. Here's Bembry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Teague. Jones is out there with Reddish. And it's Young, and it's Capella in at the center position.
Well, a big part of what Kemba Walker does that makes him dangerous, scoring off the move. How about that body control, guys?
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Williams for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. But they'll get another chance.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Listen, if you're going to give Kemba Walker that kind of shot, he will take it. Makes it look easy.
Young way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. And the Hawks lead by 9. Walker the pass to Wanamaker. And here's Hayward. Now here's Cantor. Capella covering. Cantor kicks to Hayward. Reddish grabs the rebound.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Teague can't hit.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Back to Hayward. 11 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Now Jones. Young outside, launches a 3. That shot no good. Hayward with some nice D. From downtown, Hayward missing again. And it's Jones with the ball for the Hawks. Teague finds Jones. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Offensive rebound, pass to Reddish. Hawks passing it around. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Walker. Cantor with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Outside, Walker. It's stolen by Jones. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up.
Well, Jeff Teague is a very capable scorer from the lead guard position. He plays with a high motor. He can make shots. This guy is very good at the point.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Mason Tatum comes in for Robert Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Brad Wanamaker.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And a fast break now for the Celtics. And Tice throws it down. Now just a 4-point Hawks lead. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Young pass to Dedmon. Out of bounds. Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Tice kicks to Smart. To the inside. It's stolen by Reddish. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Young. And Boston with the rebound. Smart's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hooks it up for Walker. It's stolen by Capella. Young passes to Dedmon. Young up top. Guarded by Smart. Young dishes to Dedmon. 6 to shoot. Teague kicks to Young. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And the Hawks lead by 9.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hands.
The kick out to Tatum. Tatum on the wing. Offensive rebound. Tice passes to Tatum. And the 3-ball is good.
Man, you can get chills watching Jason Tatum want to deliver in the clutch.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Offensive rebound. Cantor. Pass to Ojale. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation. The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. The blue line making its way out of the state. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
Now here's Tatum. Can't get it to fall. Fast break Toronto. Siakam's running. VanVleet wide open. Sinks the three-pointer. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
Hayward passes to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tice kicks to Brown. Three-pointer, Hayward. Here's Tice. Out to Hayward. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range.
I like that Hayward knows exactly what to do with the ball. I mean, he gets in good position and lets it fly.
To the paint. Ibaka. And that one is off. Now Boston takes it the other way. Out to Hayward. All sorts of time. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
VanVleet finds Siakam. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with great supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
Brown wide open. He fired. Here's Hayward. The kick out to Brown. Tries again. Fires the three. Rebound by the Raptors.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Siakam passes to Lowry. For three. Buries the long-range jumper.
You know, there was a time when three-point shooting was a liability for Lowry, but the guy has put in the time, and now he is a solid option from deep.
Now here's Hayward. He has 5. On the wing, Brown. Outside, Tatum. The three. They get it again. Tice kicks to Brown. That doesn't go either for Brown.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Hayward outside. Pass to Tatum. For the three. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound. Toronto leading by 3. And Toronto turns it over again.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Tatum. Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And the Raptors also making a change. Marcus All's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Now here's Kanter. Wanamaker the pass to Kanter. There's Brown with the three. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
Lowry with the ball. And Ibaka kicks to Anunoby. And too much time in the lane. They get called to the 3-second violation. A new group in now for the Raptors. Chris Boucher's checked in for Ibaka. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Brown. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Wanamaker. Here's Cantor. Second shot opportunity, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Powell, the pass to Boucher. Here's Gasol. Hollis-Jefferson kicks to Davis. Puts it up from 12. No good. Shot missing. And it's Boston the other way. Here's Williams, and Williams throws it down.
And for anyone who hasn't been paying attention, Jaylen Brown's developed into a threat as a distributor.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors. They trail by 1. And Brown over to help. Outside for Gasol. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Davis, that's for 2. And again, Toronto no up. Here's Wanamaker. Passes it to Smart. Back to Wanamaker. Brown fires. And off the front iron. And in it goes.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Celtics out in front, leading by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his...
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019. Largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, we've got Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. Powell is out there with Davis. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Gasol in at the 5. Roam in the paint. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Now here's Hollis-Jefferson, guarded by Tatum. Williams with the block.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. And Toronto also making a switch. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. Siakam against Tatum. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. It's Powell on the wing. And again, no good by Toronto.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
And Hayward, the stuff.
Oh, terrific timing on that play. I mean, Hayward has great chemistry with his team.
Raptors trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's Davis missing. Boston leading by 7. Walker with a clean look. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Raptors have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. The putback. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Shoots. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Toronto. Hollis-Jefferson passes to Powell. Gasol kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Pass to Siakam. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player. 3 terrific hits. You're right. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. And Enes Kanter subbed in for Tatum. Now here's Smart. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Can they get it? And Van Vliet lays it in. Van Vliet's got 5. Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Outside, Walker. 1:30 left in the first half of the game. Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. From outside, off the mark. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Van Vliet in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Kanter's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Siakam passes to Ibaka.
So agile. Ibaka able to quickly come up and set the screen, then quickly rolls into position for the score.
And Tice throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And the pass to Ibaka. Back to Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. 5 on the clock. Raptors with a fresh shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And what's interesting about Ibaka, he's played basketball internationally ever since joining the NBA back in 2008. In fact, he won a silver medal with Spain in 2012.
Some changes for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Jaylen Brown comes in for Marcus Smart. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Now here's Brown. And finished off by Williams.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Boucher with the ball. He's guarded by Williams. Passes it to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. Good if it goes. No good on the last second attempt there.
And the guarded defense.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They didn't get more than a 1-possession lead in the period. 3-point.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot.
And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency. Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Second chance opportunity so big in this instance. They have to feel fortunate that they could extend that play.
Here is Lowry. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. And Ibaka kicks to Lowry. No good. That would have tied it. And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
The first free throw is good.
Well, he was just a skinny kid coming out of college. Hayward's gotten much stronger and much better in a short period of time.
In terms of acquiring the types of players you like, Greg, which front offices have you evaluated that really lead the way?
It's a great question. You know, I think coming off the dynasty, and if you ask Golden State, they'll tell you they're still in the midst of it. I think they do a terrific job. The Celtics are right at the top, too, though. Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens are in sync with what they do and how they develop players, but also how they find those diamonds in the rough. And let's give a shout-out to Toronto with what they've done over the last 5 or 6 years. They've created a level of excellence there that has them on the same path as some of the best teams in our league.
A lot of good GMs out there. Danny Ainge of Boston, you talked about them, probably one of the best. Now, here's Walker. Following the miss by Fred VanVleet. Hayward can't hit.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Outside Lowry. VanVleet passes to Lowry. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And he comes up with the deuce.
And he is an elite level decision maker. Lowry understands when to pass out of that pick and roll and when to shoot.
Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Anunoby against Hayward. Floats it up there for Siakam. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Some changes for Boston. Enes Kanter's checked in for Hayward. Marcus Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Tips it up, and Gasol able to finish.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The shot's good from Kanter.
I love the energy on Kanter's drive. Runs in like nothing can slow him down.
Powell, no one around him. No good with the triple. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. A 2-point game. Smart. And the 3 off target.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Powell dishes to Davis. Back to Powell. Toronto working the ball around now. And the shot goes down. Hollis Jefferson's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
He lets the D off the hook right there. I mean, if they let him get that open again in that spot, they'll get burned.
Gasol kicks to Davis. Down low, here's Powell, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And after what was just a horrendous shooting performance in that first half, they're finally starting to find their rhythm here in the second.
Now here's Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, that's the thing. Tatum's sneaky. He understands how to put the defender at a disadvantage.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Robert Williams comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Williams in for Daniel Tice. In Toronto, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Boucher kicks to Davis. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Boucher with the ball. And here is Powell. The pass to Gasol. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Raptors shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The three from Davis. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside, Smart. Floats it up for Williams. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Powell for three. The rebound by the Celtics. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Smart. That one, no good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Toronto ahead, leading by just 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So for Toronto right now, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry out there with Terrence Davis. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Now here's Brown after the mark to Solis.
And you can see this from his rookie year. Tatum's a guy who's going to make shots and at times carry an offense.
Siakam, right side. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Throw good, Siakam.
After a quiet first couple seasons in the league, Siakam really took off in year 3 when he helped the Raptors win their first NBA championship.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. Then for the Raptors, Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Terrence Davis.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
Hayward passes to Tatum. Inside. The kick out to Walker. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To the left side wing. Back to Lowry. And the call on the and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. Tatum finds Williams. For 3, Hayward. Another shot. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
VanVleet can't get it to go.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The kick out to Tatum. There's the 3. But they recover it. Walker dishes to Brown. Hayward outside. Clock at 6. The 3 from Tatum. Unable to get that one. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Fast break Toronto. Here's Anunoby, and he dunks it down.
And the native of England, Anunoby doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Tatum draws the double. Williams kicks to Hayward. He dishes it to Brown. Brown jams it in.
A gigantic bucket. Brown stepping into the spotlight when it matters most.
Out left to the wing. Anunoby passes to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
And it's Williams with the jam.
How about the confidence? It's just growing in this young man. Williams has that attitude of a go-to guy in these big moments, even though he's still picking up the nuance of the game.
Now Tatum following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. And that's good. Jason Tatum for three. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Siakam kicks to Anunoby. Walker against Lowry. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
Boston making a switch here. Tice is checked in.
Wrong guy to put on the line in the close game. You know he's not going to miss.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Left side, Brown. Pass to Tice. The rebound by Ibaka. Raptors with the lead. And here we go. Fast break. VanVleet's got it. And Lowry has it in the corner. Takes the three. Connects from downtown.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, amazing. So much talent for Tatum, but also that impact.
Lowry passes to Ibaka. Money!
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Tatum. Yes!
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with height.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Now Lowry. Siakam with it. He's picked up by Walker. Count it!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
It's stolen by Tice. Good! Five seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Siakam has it in the corner. Basket good.
And that's just smart basketball. Lowry reading the overcommitment and just whipping the ball to the open man.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.